Happy Saturday afternoon, everybody. I'm Moraduke, and this is Space Goer. It's a fun little game I've been using as my warm-up and cool-down sessions. When I'm ready to sit down for a video game session on the weekend, I usually play a few rounds of this, and also before I go to bed, I play a few more rounds of it. It's great to play, to warm up, to get in the groove, and to cool down after, playing an intense competitive multiplayer shooter, or just a more intense game overall. Right before I'm about to go to bed, I play this to cool off a bit. And, that's its greatest strength. This game is very basic. There's only two controls you need to know in this game, and that's left and right. You don't even have to worry about firing. And that's a great thing about it. I see this a throwback to the old, even you can go back as far as the Atari days, where you just had a very basic premise of a video game and a high score. And you know what? Sometimes that's all you need. It's refreshing, from the other games that are out right now. So, yeah, I've been had a little bit of a conversation with the developer of this game over Twitter, and he had a small issue with the game, a small issue or two, and he had to re-upload the game because the last version of the game deleted your progress. As you can see, you can unlock different ships here, or you can also pay $1 to unlock them yourself, but I like the sense of progression in games like this. I like having a goal to work towards. So, I'm going to unlock at least most of them by myself. Here's the Centaurian F, or as I like to call it, the dick ship. And yeah, the Pathfinder's the one you start with, the LS Hornet. You have a porter potty. Come on, you can shoot things down as a porter potty on a game of the year, anybody? But no, seriously, this game's great. You can see Eric Wiggins, the developer. Shout out, 3D art by Jeffrey Wiggins. Also shout out to him. Yeah, and they made something very simple yet very addictive, I think. And more people need to play this, but unfortunately that's another issue that he's currently in talks with Microsoft. As the latest tweet he sent back to me was he's in talks with Microsoft because the game is not showing up on the Xbox Live Store. I made him aware of this, and it's not showing up as to where if you went into the Creators Collection part of the store, it's not there. So I feel like nobody else can play this on Xbox One if they hadn't downloaded it previously, which is a shame. More people need to play this, but yeah, let's get right into it. The leaderboards, I don't know if that's another issue, because this is a new version of the game, but these leaderboards were working before. I might have to let him know about this too, but I was 5th or 6th place overall. I don't know what's going on there. Let's see. You can see not that bad of stats there. Let's get right into it. There is also on the ship screen, there's another, of course I'm off to a rocky start. Like I said, I gotta get in the groove here, so I'm probably gonna suck these first few rounds, but it's fun. Left and right, that's all you need to worry about. With your credits, you'll see, like the very first time you play this game, and that's a weapon power-up, and you'll see this blue arc looking object, that's a shield. It'll literally tell you, like, these are credits, this is a shield, and this is a weapon upgrade, everything else is bad. Okay, perfect, wonderful. Probably the most elegant tutorial/instruction manual for a game I've ever seen. It's great. These three things are good, everything else is bad, go. Perfect. As someone who doesn't have a lot of time to play games like they used to because of pesky adult responsibilities, I appreciate stuff like that. There's the shield. But yeah, this is it. This is the game. You get as far along in the level as you possibly can, and shoot down as many things as you can, and get as high of a score as you can. That's it. And like I said, it's a classic game in every sense of the word, and I appreciate it. It looks nice, it plays well. The music's a little repetitive, but I mean, you know, I'm not going to bash the game over the head because of that. You know, it's a nitpick if it's anything. And you can also, I already bought it, but if you go into the ship screen here, there'll be an option in the upper right where you can buy double credits for $1, which I certainly did because I wanted to support this game because it's great. I've dumped quite a few hours into it already. Yeah, I just wanted to show it off. This is a great game where you can just, you know, sit down and play it for very short bursts, or like I said, to, you know, warm up to playing other games or cooling down after some more intense games. It's a really chill type game is what I'm trying to say. Isn't that what the kids say nowadays? I don't know. I gotta get a real microphone. I gotta stop using the built-in mic in this laptop here because the laptop's making strange noises and my commentary doesn't sound as good as I want it to be, but you know, I'll look into that. Speaking of looking into things, how'd you like that segue? Black Friday's coming up, huh? Where the hell did 2017 go? Well, I can't wait for it to end, because it's, you know, with the exception of one or two things, it hasn't really been a stellar year for me, so good riddance to this year. 2018 can only be better. See, you could buy a shield outright for 25 credits, but, you know, credits are plentiful in this game, especially when you get a decent grasp on it, which isn't that hard at all. I mean, so, you know, it's 100 credits to buy a ship. It's also another 25 credits to continue, as you can see there, if you're deep into the level and you think you can go a little farther. And you have this timer up there, which, you know, it'll usually grant you extra credits. So, unlocking ships with the credits you receive in game, it really doesn't take as long as you think it would. So that's another good thing. But also, if you want to give an extra $1 to unlock ships and support the developer, I highly recommend doing so. I just said it's a personal preference. I like progression in a game, but yeah, Black Friday. There's a bunch of game deals going on. Go to cheapassgamer.com. Check out the Black Friday thread they have there with the gaming deals. Also, there's subreddits. If you're a member of Reddit, if you're familiar with Reddit, I highly recommend reading there. There's a great Xbox deals subreddit, and also a PS4 deals subreddit. There's really not a dedicated subreddit, at least from what I saw, for Nintendo deals. There's a Nintendo subreddit, but it doesn't exactly specify deals. But Cheap Ass Gamer, the Black Friday thread they have on their forums should cover you there. See, I already have 136 credits, and I'm barely even trying here. So, yeah, some pretty good stuff on sale, though. This year's kind of tricky because there's a lot of great games on sale that are just the base game. Jim Sterling, who I love his Jimquisition videos every Monday, he recently made a really great video on a topic that I thought about doing a video on. I still might to some extent. But when you pay $60 for a game nowadays, you're only getting the base game. That's it. You're not even getting the full game. It's like an entry fee to experience the game world that the developers have set before you with the $60 title. But they want to make as much money as possible, of course, because they're a business, or at least they work for publishers that want as much money as possible. I blame the publisher more than the developer for, you know, gaming trends that are being shoved down our throat to get as much money from us as possible, but I mean, when you have a game like Overwatch that makes more money than God just from loot boxes alone, let alone game sales and stuff, I mean, you know that stuff's going to come up in board meetings about how, like, oh, how can we increase our revenue this year while still, you know, letting customers think we're not just trying to get their money, because like I've said in other videos, video game publishers are not your friend. They are out to make money. They're a business. You know, and they will even come out and say things and do things to make you think that they're not trying to just siphon money from you, but in essence, that's pretty much what they're doing. And I get it to a certain extent, but you don't have to be like total dickheads when you're doing that. Because as you can see, there's many options out there for games nowadays. Gaming's as big as it's ever been, and it's just going to get bigger. There's plenty of options out there, you know, that for fun games where you don't have to pay a dime, and you're looking at one on the screen. And you are looking at plenty more of them on this screen as well. Most of these are free-to-play titles. You know, I mean... But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. You just gotta really be educated about what you're buying. But before I fly off on any more tangents... yeah, Black Friday. There's a lot of great games that are going to be on sale. There's actually a few good PlayStation games that have been on sale for the past few days at Best Buy, if you haven't caught that. MLB The Show 17, Uncharted Lost Legacy, and Horizon Zero Dawn. 60 credits, that's cool. Are actually on sale for $20, or have been on sale for $20. I don't know if they still are, but they have for the past few days. And if you have Gamers Club unlocked, Best Buy's gaming discount service, you can pay $30 for 2 years. It's really nice. Get 20% off of new games. You know, if you have that... Oh, let's get a new ship here. Oh, it's the same one I got. Wah, wah, wah. That's okay. Oh, it lets you re-roll? That's awfully nice. Last Hornet, I got that. Okay. I thought I unlocked that before, but that's okay. This means I can play this awesome game more. That's no problem at all. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, if you have Gamers Club unlocked, those games are only $17. Or no, $16. Plus tax. The only bad thing about Gamers Club Unlocked is it doesn't stack with the Thanksgiving or Black Friday deals. That's kind of a bummer. I mean, you'd make out like a bandit if you could stack those on Black Friday. So there's a bunch of good deals on Black Friday this year. And I did buy Uncharted Lost Legacy, because that's the lowest price I've seen it at. So I have that coming to me through the mail. I'll have that by Thursday next week. And I almost bought Horizon Zero Dawn, but I'm like, wait a minute, because there was a complete edition announced, like, just, what, a month or two ago? And if you go on Best Buy's page for Horizon Zero Dawn, and you go to that little section below where the product details are, and you look at, you know, items other people have viewed, so I know I'm not the only one with this opinion I'm about to share, but, see, this just gets crazy fucking fast. Yeah, shit gets real when you get around, like, the 2,000 mark. Yeah. But, if you look at the other items on the Horizon Zero Dawn page for Best Buy, it shows Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition that's coming out in less than a month for $50. Gamers Club Unlocked price is $40. And that not only includes the Frozen Wilds DLC that just recently came out, and that's a separate download for $20 on PSN, or it's $15 if you're a PlayStation Plus member. But it also has the weapons and cosmetic items that were in the Digital Deluxe Edition as well. So all of that's included in the Complete Edition. When they say Complete Edition, they mean Complete Edition. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't need to play Horizon right this second, so why don't I just wait for the Complete Edition to come out, and maybe a month or two after it comes out, that'll be on sale, and it'll only be a little bit more than the base game of Horizon Zero Dawn is right now. Aw, same shit. Man, I'm not doing too good on the ship lottery here. But, you know what I mean? Like, Horizon Zero Dawn for $16 might be a good deal. You know, and I'm sure there's an audience for that, where you just want to play the base game, or you're just getting it for a Christmas present, or whatever. Like, little Timmy's not going to care about all of the DLC and stuff, but as someone like me, like, I really like to be immersed in games. When developers create this wonderful universe that they want me to play through, like, I just want to dive right into it. I want to be immersed in it. I want to put my headset on, I want to turn the lights off, and I just want to be just completely enveloped in this game I'm about to play. And I want all of the content that is available for the game. So I'm one of those who'll wait for the complete edition or Game of the Year edition to come out, or Gold edition in Resident Evil 7's case. That's another case where that's going to be on sale for $15 this Black Friday at Target. But a Gold Edition's right around the corner with all the DLC, so I'm just gonna wait, you know? I mean, a lot of games that are on sale this Black Friday are like that. It's just not worth it to buy them right now, at least for me. You know, I want the whole edition of the game. Like, Fallout 4 just recently got a Game of the Year edition. I had to go pick up the vanilla copy, because the vanilla copy was on sale. I wish I waited for the Game of the Year edition, because that has everything on it. Not only do most of those compilations have everything on it, and it's fully complete, but it's a more updated version of the game as well. So you're going to download less patches, which is, you know, pretty paramount to a lot of people out there who are starting to experience data caps from their internet service providers. You know, that's fucking bullshit too. So, I mean, that's just another thing you got to think about when you make a video game purchase. Like, oh man, you know, is this game broken on launch? Is it actually going to work? Am I going to be able to connect to the servers? You know, if you're not those people who have Xbox Live subscriptions or PlayStation Plus subscriptions, are you going to need that to play multiplayer games? Most of them need a subscription. A few of them don't. You know, is the game going to work out of the box? Like, how many patches do I need to download? Day 1 patches for this to actually work right. You know, like, what edition of the game do I buy? Is this game going to have 63 different versions of it? You know, when you're going to pre-order the game or when the game comes out, you know? Now you got to worry about, you know, like patches and all this other crap, man. Gaming is so needlessly complicated nowadays. And I get it, like, some of that functionality needs to be there for things nowadays to work that we take for granted, like multiplayer and, you know, all these systems in today's games working together, because they're a lot more complex than they used to be. But I mean, there's got to be some level of quality control too. There's got to be a way to get your money back for the game you're marketing and publishing and stuff without alienating your customer base too. You know, and that's always an ongoing thing, and it's always going to evolve, and, you know, it is what it is, you know, but sometimes I miss when games were simple. You just loaded a game, and that was it. You didn't have to worry about anything. You didn't have to worry about patches. You didn't have to worry about, you know, which version of the game to get. You didn't have to worry if it was broken or not. You didn't have to worry about anything. You just put in a game, you sat down, and you played the game, and that was it. And you moved on. And this is what, like, something like Space Goer here, that's what this represents, man. It represents an era of gaming that I really miss, and that I grew up with, and that a lot of people aren't gonna, unfortunately, be able to experience. And that's a sad thing. Let's see if I can win a ship. Alright, I got the airplane. Awesome sauce. Yeah, man, it's like, I can't get something like Resident Evil 7 on Black Friday knowing a gold edition's right around the corner, and, you know, that's gonna get heavily discounted pretty soon. I mean, if I have to wait till after Christmas and the start of the new year, like, It can happen. It's a matter of when. It's not a matter of if. If there's one trend I've noticed for years, being a stingy motherfucker with buying video games and only buying them if the price is right, it's that Xbox and PlayStation games are almost always going to go on sale. So unless you absolutely positively have to have the game like that second, wait. Just wait, because it's always going to get cheaper. Now, Nintendo games, on the other hand, like when Nintendo games go on sale, that's a fucking event. So, if you really want a Nintendo game and it went on sale, go ahead and grab it, because they don't go on sale often. Xbox games, PlayStation games, even PC games, like a lot of games on Steam, like they don't go for very much at all, so... Yeah, I mean, Nintendo games don't go on sale as much, but they still go on sale from time to time. So, I mean, if you're patient, like I try to be, because I have more games than I could probably play in, like, the next 5 lifetimes. But I still buy games just to have them, because that's... You know, I'm a weirdo like that, I guess. I like to have access to playing any game I could ever want to play, but a lot of the times I buy games and I don't play them right away. But I have them, just in case they're there, so I'm a unique case, I guess. I guess there's other people like that, but we're definitely a, shall we say, dedicated group of video game enthusiasts, I guess you can say. But yeah, like, when you pay $60 for a game, it's usually just the base game. That's all you're paying for. There's exceptions. Like, in my Star Wars Battlefront 2 video I just recently made, I got the Standard Edition coming to me for only $35. And that game is not going to have a Season Pass. That's what EA and DICE said back at E3. All post-launch content's going to be free. So, you know, $35 for a $60 game and all post-content launch is going to be free. Like, I'm down with that. That's really nice. Like, they didn't have to do that, but they did. So, I'll take that as an apology for the first Battlefront and only releasing like 25% of the game when that game came out and putting a Season Pass behind it. Like, that was crummy, looking back on it, but... You know, seems like they're genuinely trying to make up. I hope, you know, they keep tweaking loot boxes to move away from the pay-to-win spectrum. At least that's what they were saying. Like, they took the Epic Star cards out. You can only craft cards when you reach a certain level, so all that's a step in the right direction, but, you know, we'll see, because, you know, it's mostly a multiplayer-centric game. I mean, it's going to have a single-player campaign this time around, but a lot of people are going to keep coming back to it for the multiplayer, so we'll see what happens. And this game is very hard to play at this speed and talk at the same time, so... yeah, what else? Things I am looking forward to on Black Friday. I'm looking forward to GameStop's ad. If fucking GameStop would get off of their lazy fucking asses and release the ad. Like, Target's ad is out, Best Buy's ad is out, Walmart's ad is out. Like, GameStop needs to get their shit together, as always. Starship. Oh man, these are the voyages of the Space Goer Enterprise, I guess. But yeah, what am I looking forward to on Black Friday so far? Well, I know Target's gonna have quite a few good sales. I saw Forza Horizon 3 for $15. I definitely want to get that. Walmart's gonna have a whole bunch of shit on sale like they usually do. And I should be able to go in after the doors open, after most of the crowd clears out on Thursday night or Friday, even late in the day, because there's only 2 games I really want from Walmart. There are 2 games in the $12 section, Watch Dogs 2 and Dishonored 2. I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence about both of those, because again, Watch Dogs 2 is a base game. Watch Dogs 2 has a Season Pass you gotta buy separately to get the rest of the content. And there's other There's other packs on the Xbox store I noticed at least, but most of those seem to be cosmetic stuff. Cosmetic stuff I can live without. It's just like the actual content I can use in the game is what I'm interested in, if that makes any sense. Like, for example, if it was a fighting game I was interested in, I'd want to buy extra characters, I'd want to buy extra stages, but, you know, I don't need the extra costumes to consider myself having all of the game. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's just a personal preference. You know, but $12 is a pretty good price for Watch Dogs 2, especially when I got suckered into buying the first game for $60. That is the last $60 Ubisoft will ever see from me. I guarantee that. But, you know, like now I have a digital copy with games with gold, so I have 2 copies of fucking Watch Dogs 1, and I can't even, like, sell my physical copy on eBay. It's on there for like $8, and I've had to relist it like 3 fucking times, and no one's touching it, so... You know, that's fine. I'll just keep it here, because I still have the receipt for it, and I'll keep that as a reminder of not to spend $60 on a game probably ever again. I mean... Like, I made an exception for the Battlefield games, because I'm a huge Battlefield fan, as you can probably deduce from all the multiplayer montages of Battlefield games I have on my channel. And I still have a few more to put up. But even, like, I can't justify even paying $60 for a Battlefield game anymore, because shortly after I bought Battlefield 1 on release day, like that and Titanfall 2, I bought both of those games on release day. And, like, I don't think even a month after those 2 games came out, I saw, like, digital versions of both deluxe editions of those games, like, on the Xbox Live Store for fucking $60. Like, are you fucking kidding me? So if I waited, I could have got digital versions of both at, like, a buy one, get one free price. So I said, yeah, never again. Not even Battlefield is going to be an exception to that rule. Like, it's just not worth it, man. For, like, how often these games go on sale anymore, it's just wait. I mean, surely you have to have something you can play in the meantime before the other games you actually want go on sale. Like, it's just not worth it. I can't tell you how many fucking times. Fortress. I mean, I'm unlocking ships left and right now, motherfuckers. Yeah, this game's great. But I can't tell you how many times I've bought a game, even on sale, even though I thought it was a good price. And, you know, either a better version of the game came out, or the version I got just ended up being a little bit cheaper. And it might happen to me again on Black Friday this year, I don't know. But for other games I want, I might still get Watch Dogs 2, I might get Dishonored 2, though there's a pack for that you can only get a certain way. It's like Imperial Assassins pack or some shit. And the only way you can get that is if you buy specific bundles of Dishonored 2, or there's a digital bundle of Dishonored Death of the Outsider, which is the standalone expansion that just came out. That's going to be on sale for $15, by the way, at Best Buy. That's one of the games I'm looking at. But yeah, man, like, I don't want to spend my hard-earned money to play a game and make a compromise in doing so. It's just not fair, and that's what a lot of it is nowadays. And that's really a talking point, like, I get a little passionate about when it comes up, because, you know, it's bullshit. Back then, you had one version of a game, that's it. You know, you want Super Mario Bros. 3, well, there's only one version of Super Mario Bros. 3 you can buy, like back in the NES days. That was it. You didn't have to worry about anything else. Now it's like, oh man, should I get the Watch Dogs 2 Standard Edition? Should I get the Deluxe Edition? Should I get the Gold Edition? Should I get the DedSec Edition? Should I get the, you know, Ultra Sex Party Pink Dildo version? Oh man, I gotta have that. Or, you know, if I get any other version, is the content in any of those other versions, is that going to be available separately? Or am I just completely fucked out of that content unless I get that super specific edition? Is there going to be, you know, exclusive content on this console but not on this console? Like, we used to have console exclusives, now we have exclusive content for multi-platform games. Like, it's fucking bullshit. Like, I don't play Destiny. I'm not into Destiny, really. I don't care for that game. If you do, that's great. I don't care for it. But, you know, PlayStation's been getting access way earlier than Xbox players, which is just fucking stupid, man. Especially with a really social-centric game like fucking Destiny. You know? What, so someone playing on PlayStation can tell someone playing on Xbox about all this cool content they can't play? Like, it's just... I just really, really disagree with that stuff. I mean, if it wasn't for exclusive content, there'd really be no reason to buy consoles, or there'd be much less of a reason to buy consoles. I guess it's a better way of putting it. But shit like that is just scummy, man. That's when you're, like, separating the player base and stuff. Like these fucking people, like, that made multiplayer shooters, like, they're starting to realize it now. But back then, when you buy DLC, and DLC would have its own playlist, and vanilla maps would have their own playlist, so a lot of people wouldn't even buy the DLC maps. They just play the vanilla maps, because everyone has the vanilla maps. You don't need to worry about if you're going to be kicked out of the next match if you're in a server, because it's going to load a DLC map and stuff. But thankfully, a lot of people are getting wise to that now, a lot of devs, so that's a good thing. But yeah, what was I talking about? I just go off on tangents when I talk. What else do I want? Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get Dishonored 2. I might wait and see if I can get that pack, although I don't know if the pack is anything worth waiting for, but we'll see. I don't know. You gotta do research. Like, you gotta do more research to, if you really care about this stuff like I do, you gotta do more research into what edition of a fucking video game you're gonna buy. Like, I've done less research for papers in school. Like, it's reaching that level of insanity. And just, you know, dare I say, inconvenience. So Dishonored 2, I might get that. If I get Dishonored 2, then I have to get Dishonored Death of the Outsider, because I have the Dishonored Definitive Edition sitting here. I actually, funnily enough, I got the Dishonored Definitive Edition at last year on Black Friday for around the same price, about $15 or so. So, you know, I'd end up paying a little more than $40 for the entire series for all 3 games, so that's not too bad. But yeah, that's all I really want at Walmart. PS4 fans, Neo, that game that just came out, that's Samurai Dark Souls pretty much, that's going to be on sale at Walmart for $19. But again, a complete edition is available on PSN. They even made a physical version of the complete edition of Neo in Japan. I don't know if it's coming over here to the States. I don't see why it wouldn't, but, you know, stupid shit like that's happened before, where, you know, like Rise of the Tomb Raider had a 20-year anniversary edition update come out. There's a physical version of that for the PS4, and it's available on Xbox One, but there's no physical version of it for Xbox One. There's only a digital version of it, which is fucking stupid. There's a bunch of games like that, where they have physical variants on PS4, but not on Xbox One. Like, it's just dumb. Like, Shovel Knight was another victim of that, where Yacht Club Games, they came out and said, well, we'd love to make a physical version of Shovel Knight for the Xbox One, and I was actually going to buy it. Like, I was actually going to buy that game a second time to have a physical version of it, because I'm an old man, I'm an old grown-ass man, and I like my, you know, I like my plastic cases and my plastic discs, because that's what I grew up with, damn it. You kids and your digital games and your... you know, just imagine I'm waving my cane at you even though I don't have one, and I'm yelling, get off of my lawn, etc., etc. But yeah, that's just my personal preference, you know? Yeah, they said, oh, we can't make a physical version for the Xbox One. Sorry. So I don't know if it's a decision they made. I don't know if it's something Microsoft has up their ass about it, or they couldn't work out a licensing deal, or a distribution deal, or I don't know. There's so many different hats to that process of not only making a game, but releasing it on certain mediums, and all the red tape and the legal stuff. these people have to go through, like, I can't imagine it being any less of a nightmare most of the time. But yeah, like, that sucks. But I mean, if it's the choice of buying Vanilla Neo at Walmart for $19 on Black Friday or waiting till the Complete Edition on PSN drops in price, I'm gonna pick the Complete Edition every single time. What's the point of buying a physical version of a game now when, I mean, you already know it's outdated? It just doesn't make sense to me. Like I said, there's some people that just want the base game. There's some people that just want to give that as a gift, and that's perfectly fine. I like having everything from the get-go. I like having the latest version of the game I can possibly get, or the newest version of the game I could possibly get, because that's less patches I have to download. And I like having all the content right there. So, I'd rather just wait. I got more than enough games to play in the meantime. What else am I getting for Black Friday? Yeah, Forza Horizon 3 from Target, Dishonored 2 and Watch Dogs 2 from Walmart. I mean, these are just off the top of my head. I may look at the list again. I may take a couple games off. I may add in a couple new games. And these aren't counting, like, games that are going to be on sale on PSN or the Xbox Live Store or GameStop. I mean, I'm still interested to see what's going to be on sale on those three outlets, come Black Friday. Best Buy, there's a few things I want. Dishonored Death of the Outsider is going to be $15. I'm going to get that, especially if I'm going to get Dishonored 2. I might as well spend the extra $12 or $15, and I want the whole series available. You can play if I so choose. The Kingdom Hearts compilations for PS4 are something I'm very interested in. There's the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD remix and Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. The only reason I know that full name is because I've been looking up info on, like, what's in the compilations and stuff like that. Those are going to be $20 each, which is a very good price. I mean, to pay $40 and to have virtually all of the Kingdom Hearts content on PS4, it's a very tempting price. It's very attractive. So I'm most likely going to get those. NBA 2K18, the microtransaction virtual currency riddled mess that is NBA 2K18. That's going to be on sale for $30. I still might grab that. Just because that's like the one exception to simulation sports games I'd make every year. And, you know, hopefully it's gotten better with patches. Hopefully you don't have to buy as much virtual currency. Probably not, but at least I'm going to get a discount on it if I choose to get it. Hopefully, if I get it from Best Buy, I'm hoping they still have the early tip-off editions that have, like, extra BC from the get-go, and they have the My Team player packs, which is very important to me because I play My Team almost exclusively in NBA 2K. I did last year, and I will this year if I'm going to get that, since I heard the My Team experience has improved. So that's going to be the first thing I check out if I get that. But yeah, some people might say sports games, ew, get it off of me, disgusting, gross. I mean, that's fine. But I have a couple exceptions when it comes to sports games. Just my preference. Crickets, again. What else do I want from Best Buy? There was something else. Oh, last but not least, Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus. The game that just came out, what, a week or two ago? That's gonna be $25, bitches. $25, and everyone's raving about this game. Like, I've heard, you know, Jeff and Brad and the other guys at Giant Bomb, because I listen to the Bombcast every week, they're going on like, yeah, this game's awesome, this game goes there. This game, like, oh my god, I had to stop a few times, because holy fucking shit, this game just, you know, they were talking about how mind-blowing it was, and, you know, I have the New Order and the Old Blood sitting here, like, literally feet in front of me here. I've never played them yet. I plan to. I just never got around to them yet because I've always been distracted playing something else. Like, I went back and played the Battlefield games on the 360 and stuff like that. I plan to play them soon. I also didn't play the Wolfenstein that got released in 2009 on the 360. It'd be awesome if that went backward compatible soon, because I never played it. The last Wolfenstein game I played was Return to Castle Wolfenstein, which was great. That's a classic. And, you know, you're talking to somebody who... I mean, I'm like borderline autistic with the Wolfenstein games. I love them so much. I went back and this was a few years ago. No, more than a few years ago. But I went back, I played Wolfenstein 3D, and I shit you not, I played all 6 episodes, and I got 100% completion in all 6 episodes. I killed every enemy, I found every item, and I found every single secret. I even did the fucking Aardwolf maze. That's in episode 2. Never again am I doing that. Once is enough. And I did the same thing in Spear of Destiny. I played right after that. You know, mercifully that game is shorter, but I still did it, you know, because I'm a completionist. Some people might not be into that, I am. You know, within reason, you know, like, the recent montages of Battlefield 1943 I uploaded, there's like a postcard or two I didn't get, which is like the in-game assignments you have to do in that game. And one of those fucking assignments in that game is get 10,000 kills. And the entire time I spent with Battlefield 1943, I got less than 2,000 kills. Like, I am not playing that game for the next, like, year or two just to get that one specific postcard. Like, I got all the achievements. I saw all there is to see in the game like 100 times over, you know, like, choke on my balls. Okay, I'm done with Battlefield 1943. I put more than enough time into that game, so. Hey, kitty, what's up? Yeah, other than those games at Best Buy, Kingdom Hearts compilations, Wolfenstein 2, NBA 2K18, and maybe the Dishonored Death of the Outsider. That's all I really want. Oh, shout out to Xbox Live guys. If your Xbox Live sub is going up, Best Buy's gonna have 3-month cards, 3-month subscription cards for $10 each. You bet your ass I'm gonna try and get at least 2 or 3 of those. Because my year ran out back in September, and I'm doing like the monthly thing now just to keep Xbox Live right now. So I'm in dire need of a few of those. So I mean, you get 4 of those, you got a year of Xbox Live for $40, which is usually like what it goes down to when Xbox Live subs go on sale. So not a bad price. So hopefully I can get to at least some of that stuff at Best Buy before they sell out. What you doing, Ruby? What are you doing, kitty? My cat's all being all lovey-dovey because I think she wants food, or she knows something else is up. Who knows? You're a good kitty. Oh, a call box. Cool. I got the phone booth. Check this shit out. You can be a phone booth in this game, guys. Download this now. Oh, well, you can't right this second, but yeah, download this when you can. It's such a shame this isn't showing up in the store. It's just, like I said, it's mindless, simple fun. Like, this is what it was about back in the day, man. This was it. This is all you needed to worry about. There wasn't a huge in-game tutorial. There wasn't extra content packs you needed to buy on the digital store. You know what I mean? Like, this is it. You have the full game set in front of you. This is what you got to do. Go. I'm trying to think what else is going to be on sale, like gaming-wise, on Black Friday. I think that's really about it. But yeah, it's like, I would buy stuff like Resident Evil 7. I'd buy stuff like Horizon Zero Dawn. I'd buy stuff like Neo. Or Final Fantasy 15. That's another game that's going to be on sale, but like, it has a season pass. There's still things being released for it. There's still content being released for it. Yeah, that's what that word is. you know Final Fantasy 15 is gonna have a complete edition, or Game of the Year edition, or International edition, or whatever the hell they're gonna call it this time. You know that they're gonna release one eventually, so I'm like, I can wait, you know? I don't want to buy the game twice to get all of the DLC and stuff. Like, yeah, DLC goes on sale once in a while on the digital stores, but it's few and far between. It's not nearly as often as it should happen. So, yeah, like, I'm all about getting the best bang for the buck when it comes to Black Friday or really any other sale. You know, if it's a quarter of a game or like a half of a game for the sale price, I'm like, I'll just wait. Like, unless the game is on sale and the DLC's on sale and it's a good price for both and it's something I'd actually play in the near future, yeah, then maybe in that specific circumstance, then maybe we can work something out. But otherwise, I'm just gonna wait. It's just worth it to wait. Just wait. There's so many other things to play that are either free or cost next to nothing. It's like, and then, you know, you got the game for a sale price, which should make you feel good. At least it makes me feel good. I'm like a woman shopping for shoes when it comes to video game sales. I mean, I'm gonna spend more money than I plan on spending these next couple months buying games. It happens every year. You know, so... But I haven't really bought a lot of games this year, so, I mean, I'm kind of giving myself a little permission to do so. I would like to get a Nintendo Switch. I'm still jealous of anybody that has a Switch in Mario Odyssey. Like, I still want a Switch. I wanted a Switch ever since they announced Splatoon 2 for it, since Splatoon was by far my favorite Wii U game. But Super Mario Odyssey, man, that's the game I want to play. That's the first game I'm getting when I get a Switch. And I'll get Splatoon 2 down the road too, but I'm not even going to try and get a Nintendo Switch until next year. Like, maybe income tax time, depending on how much I get back, because I gotta spend the majority of that money to get my truck fixed up, because that needs some TLC. My truck needs a new exhaust system, it needs a tune-up, it needs new tires, it needs a new ball bearing or two in the front tires. I mean, it even needs an oil change coming up soon, too. Yeah, it needs a little work done on it, because, you know, losing my car would not be a very good thing. That would not be good times. So, I'm just hoping it lasts another month or two until I get my income tax money and I can take it to a garage and get it all patched up. But, you know, that's life. It is what it is. Yeah, that's really all that's going on right now. As far as games I'm playing, I'm finishing up Hawken right now. As of this recording, I have less than 20 finisher kills to get. I'm still chasing down that Finisher 3 achievement. And then I'm pretty much done with Hawken. If I somehow don't miraculously get that when I play it later tonight, I'm gonna get it... No, I'll get it next weekend, and, you know, speaking of next weekend, that's Star Wars Battlefront 2. That's when that gets released, so I'm gonna pick that up on Friday. And the day before that, I'll have Uncharted The Lost Legacy in the mail. I'll have that in my PS4 collection. After Hawken, I'm also playing that Voice Commander game that you can play with the Kinect. That's pretty fun. I'm trying to get all the achievements in that. But the next big game I'm going to start playing, I'm going to get into Warframe. I've been doing a lot of reading on Warframe. I played Warframe like a couple years ago, and I played through the tutorial, and I picked my frame, and it wasn't the ideal frame I wanted. Anyone familiar with that game, you have a choice of picking 3 frames at the start. Excalibur, Mag, and Volt. I chose Volt. I should have chose Excalibur. Because a lot of people say Excalibur, like, any items you don't pick when you start out at Warframe, you can get them later, either by buying them, or grinding for them, or crafting them. They're all available. It's just some items you don't pick are harder to get than others. But a lot of people say grinding for the Excalibur frame is a bitch. Other people say no. I mean, you can just outright buy it for like $5 or something if you really wanted it. But everything I've seen on Warframe looks really cool. It's that third-person action game, that sci-fi game from Digital Extremes. And it has like a crazy amount of content for a free-to-play game. And they've recently overhauled it. They're still adding new stuff to it. Like, it's insane. And I didn't really care for it. Like, something was just off when I tried playing it a couple of years ago. That's why I don't even remember the tutorial or hardly remember what the hell I even did. And one of the notorious things about that game is, like, you can't reset your character. You can't just start over. Since you can buy everything there is to buy in the starting area, you just have to keep soldiering on. Like, there used to be an option from what I saw on Google where you could reset your account. You can't do that anymore. I've even put in a support ticket to Digital Extremes, like saying, hey, here's my situation, can I start over? Can I start fresh, please? And they're like, nope, you can't, sorry. I'm like, alright, well, I guess I'll just have to make the best of it. So what I'm going to do is I have another profile on the system here. My girlfriend's profile, since she really doesn't even use it. I'm going to play Warframe there. I'm going to go through the tutorial again when I do start playing it. I'm just going to refresh myself on the tutorial, and then I'm going to, like, I basically stopped right after the tutorial, and then I'll go back to my original character and do that. So, the Excalibur frame, people are saying it isn't as bad to get that as I thought it was, so I'll just soldier on with the Bolt frame. That's cool. Bolt has its advantages too, so they say Mag is the worst one you could have chosen out of the starter ones, because that's more for like a group setting, it's more for like crowd control and stuff like that. I got Sting! Well, every breath I take, I should have more synchronicity the more I play this game. Yeah, I'm gonna stop right there. Because, you know, with this game, you know, it goes so fast you can't put on the red light because your name's not Roxanne. Okay, I just had to get that one out. Just one more police pun. Anyway. Yeah, as far as making videos, I still want to make more Mantra videos. I'm just trying to finish up these, 1 or 2 multiplayer Mayhem reels I have in the pipeline. I'm going to finish uploading one for Battlefield 1943. I've had to re-render different parts of it. Thank God I look at these videos before I upload them, because some of them just don't come out right for whatever reason. I've had to re-render a couple parts, but the last of that should be up this weekend for 1943. Then I got to start editing together my montage for Bad Company 2. That's going to take some time. And I finished up Hawken, and I've been capturing footage for Hawken, so there's going to be a Hawken multiplayer montage. But I think before I upload the Hawken one, I'm going to start going back and start reviewing the footage for the Mantra series. Because what's going to be Mantra 6 and Mantra 7? I've actually played those games already. I just got to do like the post-production part of that. So that's going to take a little bit of time, but you know, I am going to get back into it eventually. I don't know exactly when, but I'm going to do it. It's gotta. If you're one of the 10 people on my channel still looking for that, just be patient. It's coming. I can't say when, but it's coming. That's really about it, though. I've been talking for almost an hour. Playing this for almost an hour. That seems about the right amount of time, so... Yeah, Black Friday's coming up. Plenty of games I'm going to want that I'm not going to have time to play, but I'm going to buy anyway, because that's how I roll. You know, video game backlogs for life and all that. You know, and it's, you know, it's funny, because I was primarily a PC gamer from, like, around 2000 to 2010. Like, that whole decade, I played nothing but PC games, really. Like, yeah, I played the occasional PS2 game here and there when it was new. You know, when Grand Theft Auto 3 was the talk of my high school. Yeah, I played around with that a little bit. I got a GameCube many, many sleepless nights playing Smash Brothers Melee at my friend's house. The original Xbox, had its fair share of multiplayer games. I did some console gaming in those years, but 90% of it was PC. And a big reason I went from PC, a hiatus from PC gaming, like, I still want to build a new PC soon and get back into it to a certain degree, but the reason I went on a hiatus is because, like, I have almost 500 games in my Steam account. And you can add on, like, another 100 games in my Good Old Games account. I have a bunch of games there. And, like, I just got overwhelmed. I didn't know what to play. And it just became a monster of what game to choose and to stay focused on one game. It was so difficult. So I decided to go back to basics and get an Xbox 360 back in 2010. I know it's 2010 because I got it the year Modern Warfare 3 came out. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go back to basics. I'm going to get a console. I'm going to get one game at a time and just have fun with it. And that quickly, as you can see, ballooned out of control, and now I have almost 400 games on my Xbox Live account. And I got a whole bunch of games on my Wii U. I have a Wii U that has Homebrew on it, so I can play pretty much anything I want on the Wii U, but I haven't really touched it. I got a nice collection of PS4 exclusives since I collect exclusives for the PS4. Besides Bloodborne, I haven't really touched any of those that much. I got, there's the backwards compatible Xbox 360 games I have to play. Now they're starting to release original Xbox games on here that are backwards compatible. Like, and not counting my legacy collection that I have from my emulators. I got thousands of games on there I can play. Like, I have access to a lot of different games, put it that way. And it's just, it's so overwhelming, The main reason I went to consoles is so I'd have a small collection and I wouldn't buy games until I beat the ones I had. Well, that didn't last very long. I guess I'm just a creature of habit, but aren't we all at some point? But yeah, I just wanted to make a video showing off Space Goer. Keep an eye on the developer's Twitter account. I'm going to pull it up here because I don't know his Twitter handle offhand. I'll let you follow him on Twitter. And, just keep an eye on his page, and I'm sure he'll post it on his Twitter feed when the issue's resolved, where you can actually access the game from the store. I mean, he put up a store link. I didn't try that. I just tried, trying to find Space Goer from the dashboard, and I couldn't. So let me see here. I'm, trying to look this up on my cell phone and play this at the same time and do commentary. I'm juggling, motherfuckers. Let's see. His Twitter handle is Eric. That's AYRIK. So that's his name. His Twitter handle is going to be EricX. All one word. AYRIKX. Be sure to follow his page. He's also making a couple other games I saw. But yeah, nice dude, man. I mean, nice enough guy. And, he seems to care about his work, which he should, because his work is exemplary from what I can see so far. Shoutouts to him. Hopefully he gets this resolved, and hopefully other people can see this game and they can actually play it. Let me go to his page and let me see. Yeah, because it's 4 posts down on his Twitter page. Oh, Wasatch Games is also the developer. I'll put it up here too, so you can see it. Wasatch Games, they also have a Twitter page as well. Follow them. Let's see if this link works. That's on the Wasatch Games Twitter. Maybe you can download it from here. Okay, see, now it shows up on that link. So go to Twitter, go to Wasatch Games, as you can see here, Wasatch Games, all one word, at Wasatch Games. And go to this link here, it works from here. And if you go to it on your cell phone, if you're logged in with your Microsoft account or your Xbox account, you can download it from there, and it should be in your My Games and Apps list. So, no, I don't want to call anyone Xbox. The joys of having a Kinect and mishearing you once in a blue moon. But yeah, get this game. It's by far the best thing to come out of Creators Collection so far. Not really dogging on anyone that's released a game on Creators Collection, since different people are going to like different games in that collection. I mean, they're very rough versions of games, most of them are, so, you know, they're just made by one or two people in their garage somewhere, so I'm not going to sit here and criticize those games too much. It's just, there's only a couple I really jive with. One of them is Space Cat, which is so bad it's good. Space Goer is definitely my favorite so far, so download Space Goer, have a great weekend, have a drink on me, and, you know, if you've listened to my rambling this far, thank you so much. Go play Space Goer. Again, have a great Thanksgiving, have a great Black Friday, eat lots of good food, be safe, you know, have fun, enjoy yourself, and I'll see you guys later, alright? Have a wonderful day, guys. See you later.